Hey, hey, how's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Friday. It is Friday. Oh man, today is Friday, May 15th, 2020, and this is Season 3, Episode 6 of Road to Happy Destiny. RTHD, baby. I am Coach Bear. Hope everybody's doing great out there today. I'm very excited about today's show. Before we get started, want everybody to notice the new addition to the cross wall. Thank you so much out there, Joe. Appreciate it. Giddy up. I appreciate it so much. I also rearranged a few of them as well. So what a great way to start off the show with, I went back a couple of days ago and looked at episode 1, the pilot. And there was not that many crosses on the wall. So it's great to see that. It's great to have everybody with us today. We are coming to you from Casa 15 Hundo in Metairie, Louisiana, home of the 504, the Houdat Nation, and it is time for prayer. And you know what we're going to do today? We're going to go with the long version of the Serenity Prayer. So please bear with me, pardon the pun, as I read from this delightful photo. Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. All right, what a great way to get started on this lovely Friday. It's a little iffy out there weather-wise, but hey, we've had so many great days over the past couple of months that it's hard to get upset about it. All right, let's go to our thoughts for today from Cousin Jeb in Lafayette, Louisiana, who I hope I will have the opportunity to visit with tomorrow. So here we go with some thoughts. And I like these two today. Be kinder than necessary, for everyone you meet is fighting some kind of battle. Boy, especially in today's situation that we are in with coronavirus, COVID-19, the pandemic, the quarantine situation. I was giving my roommate a ride home today, and he mentioned, man, a lot of people are angry out there. And, you know, today is the opening of Phase 1 here in the GNO, Greater New Orleans area. But, you know, the problem is it's not so much that they're angry. You just don't know what people are going through. I mean, everybody's going through this thing at different levels. And it's just hard to know. It's hard to know. So that's why that thought right there, you know, be kinder than necessary, because you really don't know what people are going through. So I like that thought. Let's go to thought 2 for today. We must make the choices, and I love when I hear the word choices, that enable us to fulfill the deepest capacities of our real selves. Last couple of episodes, we've been talking about real, right? When we love to discover the real in people, the real in ourselves, okay? And we've been talking a lot about choices as well. So in this thought right here, you know, we're talking about making those choices that enable us, right, to be our real selves. And that's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm striving for in this Road to Happy Destiny series, this RTHD program. And throughout all these now 46 straight days of 46 straight episodes for the show. So those thoughts really spoke to me. Hope they spoke to you as well. Let's go over the reflection and meditation from the 24 Hours a Day book. Again, I just take a little snippet from each because I'm not reading from the show like I did a few times in the past. So, meaning reading longer passages. I'm still reading, obviously, because I write this stuff down because I don't commit it to memory. Reflection for today, I chose, it is plain that a life which includes deep resentment leads only to futility and unhappiness. And we've been talking about resentment. In fact, there was a category the other day in Into Action. And I know that I was speaking for me when I said that I have resentments that I need to get rid of. And the process may not be a quick process, but a slow process. But make sure it is a process going forward, right? Heading into a direction. And, you know, resentments are not good for us. They're not good for me. They're not good for anybody. Because that's stuff that's really not, I know I like when the people say, you know, close the book on, you know, have a finality to it. You know, if you're not getting rid of those resentments, if I'm not getting rid of those resentments, okay, and I'm hanging on to them, you know, it just builds up. It builds up. No es necesario for that buildup. It's just not necessary, right? So that was our reflection, our meditation for the day. The first requisites of an abundant life are the spiritual things. We talk a lot about spirituality here on Road to Happy Destiny. Talk about this being not only a journey, you know, to happiness, but a journey in spirituality, right? And becoming stronger and better in my spiritual life. And that's why, you know, I hope that you all are riding with me. We riding? Well, I'm with you, homie. So the first requisites of an abundant life are the spiritual things, such as honesty, purity, unselfishness, love. These are things that we talk about and can be seen as a common theme for this program. And those are things that I know I personally am working on. And if you are as well, if you're joining me in that, that is outstanding. And I wish you well and the best with that. As, you know, I look in the mirror and I wish myself well. It's not easy. It truly is not easy. You know, give you an example. Just today, walking with my dad. Yes, we were in the street. It was a narrow street. There was cars on this side, there were cars on this side, cars on this side, right? And we're just walking, and we're trying to get past the cars so we can get closer to the curb. And bam, loud horn behind me. And it startled me, and I turned, and I did a 360, and I noticed this person had their window open as they scooted by, and I said, that wasn't necessary. And, of course, that person yelled out the window a couple of things, you know, oh, you shouldn't have been in the street, blah, 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 you know, of course, kept on going. But, you know, I had to look at, you know, myself and how to react further from there. And that was my reaction. I didn't scream back. I didn't do anything. But I got to tell you, a couple of months ago, not only would I have yelled something back, I would have walked faster to see if I could catch up to the car by the stop sign. That's growth. And that's what this show is doing for me. And I only pray that it's doing that for at least one other person out there. Hopefully much more than that. So, loved our serenity prayer, our thoughts, our reflection, our meditation. And you know what? It's Friday. And it's a fun Friday. And I'm excited. So I might get too excited here. But it is that time. It is that time to dive. Oh, sorry about that. Dive into action. Grab your handy dandy Into Action notebook, your favorite writing utensil, open up to a brand spanking new page, and let's get ready to jot down our items for today that we want to put into action. Okay, 3 categories for today. 1, gratitude. What are you grateful for today? 2, character. We're going to talk a little bit about character today in just a few moments. How can you improve your character today? I used to tell my teams, character is who you are when nobody's looking, right? Not looking around, see if you can get away with something. Character is who you are. You know, if you're the person that walks by a piece of trash and nobody's looking around and you pick it up and throw it away and you don't get the pat on the back, that's a good thing, right? You know, if you're looking on the ground and you see the trash and you see a garbage can over there and you dump the garbage can to make more trash because nobody's around, well, there you have it, you know? So character, and how can you dive into action and improve character, your character for today? All right. And 3, who is fighting a battle? Who do you know right now that's fighting a battle? I mean, during this time in our world history, United States history, state history, citywide history of what is going on, there's a lot of people that are fighting with, you know, depression. They might be fighting with alcohol, fighting with drug abuse to try and cope with situations of things that are going on at this time. So you might know somebody out there that's struggling a bit. What can you do to help a person who might be struggling right now? So who is fighting a battle? Who do you know that is fighting a battle? All right, before I go into my list, I want to say a couple of things, maybe 2, about character, okay? And these come from my cousin/aunt Joy, a.k.a. Pie. Thank you so much, Joy. I appreciate it. Character is the wisdom to choose what our highest self is whispering. So we know what goes on in here, and what goes on in here tells us the right thing to do most of the time, at least I hope. And, you know, our character is how we go through with that. Character used to be a most important asset a person could have. And I say used to be because it's not stressed as much these days. You know, it still is a highly valued trait, your character. But, you know, in today's world, it's not as stressed as it was years ago. Okay? I'm going to give you a quick example. Some of you are going to agree with me and some of you are not. And that's okay. As a coach, when I was growing up as a ball player, it was your character to be a teammate. You were a teammate, whether you played or not. You were a teammate. And if you won and you didn't play and you were ecstatic because you won, then you had in my opinion, and my coach's opinion, you had good character about you. In today's day and age, I know as a coach, it's not just okay to be a member of a team. Even though you learn tremendous lessons from being on teams and members of groups and organizations about how to work together, and you don't always have to be the star or the lead. You know, just being a member of it is highly important. But, you know, I've coached a lot of teams where when their kids don't play, it's just the fact that the team won and they're not playing is not, you know, they even tell their kids, well, you're not playing, what does it matter? You know, I literally was taking a picture with a trophy one year with a player, and as soon as he was excited because we won. He didn't play. He didn't play much at all during that season. And, you know, his parents came up as soon as he took the picture, grabbed him, and they left the stadium. Everybody else was still celebrating, visiting. So, you know, character needs to be more predominant in today's world. Again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You're more than welcome not to. I know the value in team stuff, and I know the value, and I could speak on this. I was the member of a state Louisiana High School Athletic Association state championship baseball team as a player. I did not start on that team. I played sporadically throughout the year, and you know what? I love the fact that I was a member of that team. It means more to me than so many things, okay? And I didn't play. I'm a state champion, brothers and sisters. Giddy up. All right. I'm sorry. I got off on a tangent there. Let me go back into action. So, with those thoughts in mind, what are you going to write down for gratitude, character, and who is fighting a battle? Because that was mentioned in the prayer today It says, be kinder than necessary, for everyone you meet is fighting some kind of battle. Okay? All right. So while you jot down your list, I'm going to jot down mine. And, oh my goodness, I am really running long. All right. What am I grateful for today? I'm actually grateful that we're entering phase 1 of the going back to normal. And we all know normal is in quotes, right? Because it's going to be a new normal for us. But I'm still excited about it. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that we're gonna start in there, and we're gonna start baby stepping this thing and see where it goes and where we're gonna go from there. So I'm excited. I'm grateful for that. Character, okay? I touched on it before. Who am I when nobody's around, right? I want to be somebody that doesn't need to get a pat on the back to do the right thing, or at least what I think is the right thing. You know, whether it's something little like picking up the piece of trash when nobody's looking, to doing things for other people and nobody else in the world knows I'm helping this person or that person out. You know, that I want my character to improve daily as I try and work on being the best version of myself, the best version of a human being that I can be. So I'm going to try and continue to do things. I'm getting ready to do something for one of my roommates in just a few moments after this show. And nobody's going to know I did it. I mean, now you do, but I mean, you don't know what favor I'm doing. So I'm not looking for the pat on the back or the accolades. All right. And 3, well, what I can do right now for people that are battling things, I can pray right now and today for people that are fighting through depression and having some depressive moments during this time that we are in. Those that are battling with some mental faculties that are of, that are causing pain, I guess is the best way I could say it, for people right now. I pray for those brothers and sisters that are battling addictions, whether it be alcohol addiction, drug addiction, battling with, things like diabetes, things with, like cancer. I can keep those and all those people in my prayers for today, as I will. And that's something I can do for me trying to help people who are going through some sort of battle right now at this time. All right, real quick, advice for me. Advice for myself today. If it's advice for you, I think it's great. It has to do with character. So I really don't want to skip this part today. So advice for me and possibly you. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Because your character is what you really are. While your reputation is merely, and I'm going to stress that word, what others think you are. Man, that really wraps up character in today's episode nicely. It really presents a nice package out there for us to ponder. And so I'm going to leave you with that today. We did our serenity prayer at the beginning. Please continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cyril Melville. Please, if you watch the show on Facebook, like, comment, share. All right, and I appreciate all you do for RTHD. I love this show. Love you all. Go out there and be joyful in prayer. Be patient in affliction. Be joyful in hope. Be patient in affliction. And be faithful in prayer. Okay, one final thought for today. Life begins where fear ends. And we talk about faith over fear all the time on RTHD. All right? Go out, be happy, be joyous, be free, be in gratitude, and be into action. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Back to being long-winded yet again, but I feel like it went well. And hey, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Love you all out there. Keep pushing the show. RTHD, baby. We riding? Well, I'm with you, homie. Peace.